And we are live from Boston. Welcome to PAX East for the MLG CoD League Season 1 playoffs. I'm Chris Puckett, joined in the booth now by the captain of Curse Las Vegas, Parasite. Parasite, you guys are right now one of the 3 teams left in this tournament. You're going to play the loser of this matchup, and right now it's looking like it's going to be SB.
Yeah, I think we're going to be playing SB. I mean, Complexity's just looking like a dominant force right now. You know, they're taking the Search and Destroy, which is arguably their weakest game type. Now they're going to Blitz, which is arguably their strongest game type. So I'm looking to see Complexity close this out. However, you can't count out SB. SB is always a strong slaying team, and this is going to be a toss-up.
And Apathy is so good at Blitz. I love watching Apathy and Sensor putting on that pressure with the objective. But Freight Blitz is always something scary to watch when you're going up against Complexity. Who is the player from Complexity that really shines on this game mode?
You really got to go with Crim6 in the slaying department, especially on Freight Blitz. I mean, if he goes off, it's really hard to stop him, but you also can't count out Aches. He plays really sneaky, but he also gets really in your face, and his gun skills, you know, bar none.
You said Krim already. He has a 2-piece to open things up. He's going to open the door, get some sneaky kills while we see the capture coming in from Eggs just like that. It's 1-0 in favor of Cole.
Yeah, Aches is going to be pushing over this red side. He's actually going to find 2 to 3 players over here on this red side. They do know that he is coming through this door. However, he gets a pre-fire. He almost takes that guy out. Krim is going to come here and follow up, and they're going to be making a strong, aggressive push towards the middle of the map.
So you and Mud Dog have been watching this match very closely.
Yes.
What have you learned about Cole's playstyle and about SB's playstyle so far?
Well, when it comes to Cole, I mean, they simply don't miss. And their teamwork is really good. It's always on point. I mean, if one of the other teammates is in position to help a player in a 1v1 gunfight, they'll make it a 2v1 instantly. They don't always challenge 1v1 gunfights, but their gun skill is so good that if they get in a 1v1 gunfight, they're still most likely going to win it.
Now, if you're going to face off against SB, is there anything you can take away from this series, anything to use against them?
Well, I mean, the only way to counter SB is just to really be more aggressive than they are. So, I mean, that's what we're going to be looking forward to doing if we do manage to play SB. Just going to try to replicate kind of what Cole's doing and just getting in their face and not letting them set up. Because once this SB squad does get set up, as you guys saw on Freight Dom, when they got set up on a 2-cap, they were actually able to hold it for about a minute and a half, which is, you know, their setups are pretty nice. However, you know, Cole doesn't give them the opportunity to do so.
Guys, I just missed it, but you saw it in the kill feed. Eggs picked up a triple, got the capture as well. He is now 7-2-3. Crim6 leading all players with 8 kills. Apathy still held to a donut. He's been trying to play sneaky, and all 3 of his attempts to get into the base have been stopped short.
Apathy just simply can't kill them right now. I mean, Aches is not missing. Krim is, you know, sure as hell is not missing. And then you got Deep and Karma just running up support with their teammates. I mean, the Apathy is going to be here set up, ready to spawn trap. He's doing a really good job here. He's just going to hold this position until his teammates off respawn get to his base, and he's doing a hell of a job up here. He's going to be killing. Oh my God, he's on a nice little streak up here. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and hold this down. His teammates are actually pushing up, so they're going to be able to get a cap here real soon if he continues to hold this.
His teammate went through. Apathy though gets help from Saints and Dito. 3 down. SB has turned this around. It's now a 2-point game.
Yeah, he's actually still alive here. He's going to go ahead and rally another cap. That's going to put them down by 1. Cole, however, is you know, seizing map control at this point because they know that all the SB players are off respawn, so they're going to go ahead and try to go for a spawn trap. One of the Complexity players actually scores, so now they're up by 1 again. Yeah,
that was TP sliding through, and TP's so smart. Knowing that SB is in his base says, screw it, I'm going to run down the middle and go cap. So trading capture, 6-5, still a 1-point advantage for Complexity. But just when we thought SB was starting to fall apart, they come alive after Apathy got in that power position.
If you notice, actually, Apathy still hasn't died ever since he captured that flag. He has actually no ammo. He's going to go ahead and pick up a Bison here and try to rally up to their base and try and see if he can set up a spawn trap here with Sensor. Sensor picks up a kill, and he's going to go ahead and go for another cap. That's going to put them tied.
Really impressive spawn killing here from Sensor and Saints. They set up perfectly for this. Sensor, after going through, needs to get this defensive kill as well. We'll go back to Apathy in a moment. He's on an 8-kill spree. Sensor is going to be taken down in the middle. A player in the base for Cole. He will go through. Guess who? It's Aches again. That was his 4th capture.
Yeah, Aches at this point is kind of just understanding that SB is actually flooding the white side of the map, so he's going to go ahead and take their opening and just keep scoring caps. He's just going to be that nuisance in the base. As you can see, he scores again. He's going to, look at this. He keeps doing it. And SB just, finally, SB actually acknowledges the fact that he's pushing red and they stop him.
Both teams trading caps, 8-8, 16 points already in our first 4 minutes. still 6 minutes left in this game to go. Crim6 going to be taken down in the base. Eggs, he's watching his base. Karma, last one, looking for middle map control.
Yeah, Karma's just going to be holding his position down while his teammates, try to push up. However, he does lose map control. This is going to put Cole in a bad position where they have to defend their base. However, they are doing a really good job of breaking out. They're going to go ahead and seize map control as the SB players set up for a defensive setup.
They're going for a little turtle action here, and that's never going to work against Aches and the boys. You can see everyone flooding forward. TP's in there. One player just went through, and Aches is still behind enemy lines, picking up the kills. Last 16 seconds, it's a battle to see who can pick up more kills. Will Crim6 be able to get to that blitz spawn?
See, I like what Aches has been doing this side. He's picking up tons of flag caps for his team. He's making sure that his teammates trade. Although Teep and Karma here are lacking the slaying department, the fact that Aches is compensating that with counter caps, he's just keeping an even game. So if TP and Karma step it up this next side, they're going to be doing some real damage because they won't have to rely on Aches to get those counter caps. They simply just need to all pick up their kills and help out Aches and Krim at this point so that they can set up an effective spawn trap and trap the SB guys.
I do have to say I was very impressed with SB's comeback there. Also, I want to point out Sensor, if you were watching the kill feed, had 2 goal line stops inside his base. So he kept it from being 11-8. It's now just a 1-point differential. Let's see if SB can make the comeback, but we're starting things off with Complexity. Once again, Aches watching this right side, wins his one-on-one, but Apathy opens up with a 2-piece.
Apathy's actually using an AR. This is something I haven't seen in a while, but I think I know what he's trying to do. He's going to go ahead and use SMGs that he finds off the ground to make his effective pushes inside close quarters. However, if he can get to the back white wall with an assault rifle, that's going to be a really hard position to stop, especially from that range.
He's got one player above him, getting tagged up. Can he stay alive? No, the player drops down. Meanwhile, you had Saints pushing in to help out. Saints now behind enemy lines. One more player as well. Dito has a player to his right. He's going to run right in front of it and will not get the cap. Saints will score, though. 9-9, make it 10-10 as both teams trade.
Yeah, one of the Cole members is actually in the SB base. If he can make this kill, he might be able to actually score. He's going to have another player actually challenging him, and Dito ends up picking up that kill. One of the players from SB is actually by the red train. He's going to go ahead and try to flank around the base or open that front door. If Saints can pick up a kill here on the left side, they might be able to cap, but he goes down as well.
So that door is shut. Kills being traded in the middle. So far, SB has tied it up. They have a little bit of momentum here, but all 4 members of Complexity now surging forward and need to get some big kills up top to Apathy, and he looks away. Just the Call of Duty timing playing against him here. And that cap is going to go through from Karma. Crim6 now setting up for spawn traps.
Yeah, see, now that Krim's back in this log area, it's going to be really hard to kill him. He's picking up 2 pieces. He's about to get a 3-piece, and he gets shut down by Dito. However, Karma and the rest of the Complexity guys still hold map control, and SB, in order to break out from this, is really going to have to do something special.
Karma is hunted down. Dito doing some nice defensive work so far on this side. Meanwhile, you got Saints pushing left. Sensor going for that blitz. Will not be able to cap. Apathy, though, sneaking on the right side.
Yeah, I think SB needs to realize that they need to pick up kills. I mean, the fact that they're just kind of like going for caps and sneaks, it doesn't always work on Freight. They need to make sure that they outslay their opponent, because at the end of the day, if you can, kill another player on the other team, that's going to knock that player out of the game for 5 seconds. If they're not doing that more than Complexity is going to have an easier time getting through and setting up spawn traps and capping flags.
Right now, you got Crib6 setting up top, and this is where it gets scary. You're down 3 now as SB. Starting to struggle in the slaying category, as you just discussed. Aches just wall banging everything. It's going to get tough for SB to make a comeback, but they still have time. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left, and Cole just sent another player through. That was Crim6 once again, as we're watching Aches set up for the spawn trap. No one's getting down this middle street on Aches.
Dude, Aches is just a monster right now. He cannot be stopped. He is in their base. He ran out of ammo. He's got a specialist bonus almost, and he's just sent up back in this logs that you saw Crim6 set up. Let's see if he can do some damage and pretty much replicate what Krim did back there and hold that spawn trap for his team.
Trying to show you the middle of the map cameras, but the players died before I could even get to him. One player finally behind Aches will take him down. Karma gonna watch right while TP tries to get back to middle control. Big gun skills shown off by Dito. He's gonna have more challengers, won't get very far. 24-18 though is Saints. He's the lead slayer for this squad. He's now trying to play aggressively. They know they're down to the last 90 seconds, need to cap at least 6 times to force overtime.
Yeah, this is getting to the point where SB is starting to get desperate. They need flags and they need kills. They need to be setting up a spawn trap. If they can't set up a spawn trap, they're going to have Complexity run around, getting into their base, and they're just going to trade caps at that point. All Complexity really has to do at this point is bleed their opponent out. If they score one more time, the game is virtually over.
I couldn't find him in time, but one player did go through. Crim6 knows more pressure coming from this squad. Saints gets a kill up front. Dito trying to push through middle, and they do bring it within 5. Down to the last 60 seconds, you can put in 7 flags in 61 seconds. We'll see what is going to happen here in the final minute. SB running out of time.
See, I do like what SB's doing. I mean, they're putting up a valiant effort to try and get some aggression and cap some flags and hopefully make a comeback. But at this point, it's not going to happen. Complexity at this point is just going to see how many kills they can rack up and then the rest of the 40 seconds. But Cole pretty much took this series.
Crim6 25, Des 30 kills, 4 captures, Aches +7 with 6 captures. They were number 1 and number 2 on our Slayer leaderboard, and they are looking so good today.
Yeah, they're pretty much just completely obliterating their opponents. I mean, regardless of Teep and Karma's scores, they're just taking over, and they're making sure that they close the series out. They're not going to give SB any mercy, and, SB's pretty much down to the point where they're so demoralized, in my opinion. I mean, getting 3-0'd is probably one of the worst things that you could possibly have in Call of Duty, even if it's the Complexity, the best team in the game. I mean, you'd expect SB to put up a better fight than this.
Well, I mean, you're playing this squad next, so you got to be happy with what just happened.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can say that, but I mean, at the end of the day, you got to beat everyone to be the best, and it doesn't matter who we play next or who we play last. I mean, if we want to win, we're gonna have to beat them both.
Now, SB, they don't look upset. You saw smiles on Sensor's face, Dito's face. I think they saw this one coming after a weak start, I guess. They were struggling early on.
I actually just seen Saints yawn, so I mean, they might be a little bit tired. That might play into our strengths, hopefully.
So far, you guys are the underdogs of the tournament. Everyone I talked to in the pre-PAX interviews were saying that Curse Las Vegas is going to get 5th or 6th. You guys are guaranteed top 3, fighting for a top 2 slot. How far can you go today?
Well, we're already top 3, so I mean, hopefully we can get to the grand finals. Maybe. I kind of want to play Complexity again, so I haven't played them in a long time, so I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we can beat SB. But I'm not really looking forward to the grand finals. I gotta win this game first.
And who is your player to shut down on SB coming into our next match?
Well, in Search and Destroy, we can make sure that we have to shut down Apathy. Apathy's really clutch. However, in the respawn game modes, we're going to make sure that Saints does not, go off like he usually does.
Keep Saints controlled. All right, best of luck with that, guys. Curse Las Vegas, strictly business. The losers bracket final will be the next match live from PAX East. We'll return with more MLG CoD League Season 1 playoffs.